Welcome to Survival Theory. This is a review of the Riapow solar power bank. This is going to be a pretty short review because this is not something I throw around in the woods and start a fire with or anything like that. It's mainly me charging my phones, running my laptop off of it, seeing how long it takes to recharge, things like that. If you don't have solar power, you're not a survivalist. How can you be a survivalist without solar power? The weight is 1.2 pounds. That's comparable to some of the larger ones that I have that put out just as much power, but this is actually a little bit more compact than most of the other ones. It's almost like a wallet, with this faux leather outside. Just a simple strap here to keep it bound up. Now this is an amazing 25,000 milliamps. That's a pretty good battery. It has dual USB ports as well as a Type-C, as well as an input port for charging from the wall. It does come with one USB cable. It has auto stop when charging, so it won't cause any problems. If you don't have one of these, you're going to die. So their claim is 8 charges on an iPhone 11, Galaxy S10, 6 charges, iPad Mini 4, 2 charges. Now I've charged my Galaxy Note twice on this, and it never used more than 25% going by the gauge here. So that's totally believable. Now the measurements are about 6 inches by 3.35 inches by 1.37 when it folds up. So it's got 4 panels. These 3 fold up, go on top of the main body there. It's pretty compact. I like the compactness of it rather than my Gold Zero, which, it's pretty big. This does come with a 12-month warranty, which is pretty cool. Now, in addition to those connections, there's a button right here. You push that, it'll show you the power level right there. It's got 4 blue lights, each one representing 25%. And if you push that power button for a few seconds, the light comes on. It's a little LED light. Push it again, goes into SOS, and then strobe. So it's a pretty handy little light to have on the charger, to look around on something. Now this is 6 watts of solar power, which is pretty good. 1.2 amps on the current, like 2 charging amps, basically. 1.2 pounds, I think I said that, or 560 grams. Again, that's totally comparable in weight to my Gold Zero solar chargers, but they're not a power bank either. So 1.2 pounds with 25,000 milliamps and a solar charger, that's pretty good weight. I wonder how well camo paint would stick to this. So I've been using this for actually quite a while because they didn't want me to review it at first. They wanted me to wait. But they said go ahead and review it. So that's what I'm doing. I've had no problems with it. I left it in the rain one time. Now, they claim it's waterproof / weatherproof. That doesn't mean drop it in the tub. That means, if you're walking around in the rain, and it should still be all right. I left this in the rain, and afterwards it was just fine. No problems whatsoever. No warping, cracking of the surface. It was charging my phone. Now, I left this in the sunlight for 3 hours, and it charged 50%. And I've left it in the sun about 7 hours for 100%. And I've plugged it in the wall like 4 or 5 hours for 100%. The time has always varied because I've mixed solar and electric. But it definitely gets a Does a good job of charging up in the sun. Now you notice there's no lights on right now. Push this and it tells you the power level. Let's let it go off for a second. Okay, so when you open this up, it lets you know it's charging. See, the light comes on, lets you know it's charging, that green light and the blue lights. And when I close it, not getting a charge, that green light went off. It charges fairly well in the clouds. Not as much as full sun, obviously, but it will charge in cloudy weather. Increase your odds of surviving with solar capability. Now they are offering a 10% discount code, which is pretty cool. This should bring it down to like $34, $35, something like that, which is a pretty good deal. And the discount code will be in the description below, so check that out. Now the cool thing is, I've got 2 of these, so I'm going to give one away. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and probably next week or whenever I feel like it, I'll select somebody. And if they're not a Patreon supporter, I'll select 2 more names. And if by that third time, if I haven't selected a Patreon supporter, I'll go back to the first name that was selected and they will win. So chances are the first selection will win. So just leave a comment below, make sure you're a subscriber, and I'll get one of these out to you as soon as I can. So if you have a concern about contagion, I have not opened the box that I'm giving away. I've not even opened it. So on the inside of that box, you're good to go. Just do any sterilization techniques you think are required on the exterior of the box or the packaging that it's sent in. Now, more than ever, you need solar capabilities because it's coming. Now, another cool feature of this is you can hang it on your backpack, and on the top right there, see that little tab? Just pop that open, and this tab opens up. Oh, there's the back if you want to see it. And with that, you can hang it on your backpack. Now, at first, when I got this, I was kind of torture testing it. And if you tweak this, like if you twist it and pull up at the same time, you can pull this tab out. You know, of course, you can snap it back in, but you can pull it out. And I wondered, well, if it's hanging on the backpack, am I going to lose this? But after checking it out, you can't really, like if you're hung right here, to twist this that severely and at the same time pull down on it, I mean, that's just not going to happen under almost any circumstances. So my fears were subsided once I realized that, you know, that's not a normal process when you're using this. So it's good to go on hanging up. And because these are inset right here on the attachments, you could actually, you know, loop something like this and hang it that way. Well, thanks for watching Survival Theory. Please share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.